What's up, everybody? Tyson Roush. Let's talk Jets. Video number 2. I'm still learning this whole process out, so I appreciate you guys watching this. Some news today. First of all, the Jets signed tight end Ryan Griffin. A no-brainer move. I think everybody knew once Chris Herndon was suspended for 4 games, the Jets needed a veteran tight end, and Ryan Griffin fills that role. Don't be surprised if Joe Douglas, this is like a revolving door the entire training camp where he keeps trying to find somebody else. It's a position of need. You want some veteran experience. Eric Tomlinson's a good guy, but listen, you need some depth there. You need a pass-catching threat if possible, so the move makes sense. Bigger news, more unfortunate news, is that Marcus Maye and Bryant both on the PUP list. And my last video talked about the safety position where it's like, listen, Jamal Adams and Marcus Maye together, great combination. Now Marcus Maye last year, injury-riddled season. Now it's like this year you need that breakout year. Your best ability is availability, and he's starting on the PUP list. Now Bryant, a young player, a lot of potential, didn't get a chance to play last year. You want to see what he can do this year, PUP list. Not really sure what the injury is, kind of caught me by surprise. But now you have 2 safeties on a PUP list. So you have Jamal Adams, and then you have the likes of Doug Middleton coming off an injury, and Rontez Miles, who's more of a thumper than a coverage guy. So now you're going into training camp early on with some concerns at safety. Now, I'm not going to panic yet. I mean, you can come off PUP anytime once you get medically cleared. But listen, let's call it what it is. Marcus Maye, he's got to stay healthy and got to make an impact. So not a good start for him. Hopefully he's on the field much sooner rather than later. The last thing is, you see Le'Veon Bell posting all these videos, and the guy's in ridiculous shape, and it's hard to not be excited about it. But the one thing you got to remember with this is he's only as good as his offensive line. And his offensive line in Pittsburgh, if you watch him, Le'Veon Bell is a very patient player. He waits for the holes to develop. Now, if the offensive line cannot hold their own or they're getting blown off the line and things like that, Le'Veon Bell's not going to be as effective. Now, there's 2 things you got to wonder about. How will Adam Gase handle that? How will he put together his game plans? And how will he use them? Will they use the pass to set up the run? Will they use Le'Veon Bell as a pass catcher more to get him just active in the game plan? How will they adjust the offensive line? Now, one of their biggest changes is Frank Pollock is an excellent offensive line coach, which is much needed for the Jets. How can he impact his team? Can Jonathan Harrison at center make that impact that we need to be a consistent anchor for this team? The offensive line is your foundation for the offense. If they struggle, everybody struggles, and that's just the way it is. So Le'Veon Bell could be the best back in the league. If he has no holes or they can't contain enough for him to find what he wants, he's going to struggle. So going into camp, like I said last time we talked on this video, is offensive line is front and center. You got to keep these guys healthy. Hopefully somebody emerges, whether it's a rookie, somebody else. Maybe Joe Douglas signs somebody. Trent Williams down in Washington is a player to watch. Expensive as hell, but a quality player. I went down to Redskins-Jets last year for the training camp, and Leonard Williams and Trent Williams went at it day in and day out for a week, and they were going at it big time, and Trent Williams held his own. So a guy to look into. So offensive line, keep an eye on that. Will Joe Douglas make some moves? Can these guys flourish? Can they make Le'Veon Bell the back that he wants to be? We'll see. Tight end position, probably a work in progress with Chris Herndon out. And now the safety position. The secondary is just, man, we saw Darryl Roberts play safety last year, which is a complete disaster. We don't want to see that again. You want to see Marcus Maye on the goddamn field. And Bryant's a player I'm really interested in, and it's unfortunate that he's hurt. I mean, this is disappointing. So like I said, way too early to panic. No alarms being sent, but something to keep an eye on. They're just being honest about things. Safety position, corners, offensive line, areas you want to watch. And then the competition, obviously, at outside linebacker and everything else. We are live every Tuesday night, 8 o'clock. Once the season starts, we are live Tuesday and Friday, 8 o'clock. Check us out. We're on Blog Talk Radio Live. Once the podcast come up, it's on iTunes, Spreaker, SoundCloud, Google Play, and on Instagram and Twitter, we're at Talk Jets Radio. So I'm going to keep trying to crank out these videos. I'm not very good at it, but I'm willing to learn. Appreciate you guys watching. Training camp Thursday night. We're live every Tuesday night. Let's talk some football.